The initial group possessed simple variations in size and strength. More complex configurations were inevitable. As the era spread, these variations became increasingly extreme.
So, this was how Claire would die. She knew it would happen eventually. She was rubbish at jumping, and she moved slowly. She felt a little like her continued existence was breaking some kind of natural order. The crumbling pillar was a dramatic death, she supposed. Wait, what? Claire couldn't shake the feeling that she was not, in fact, dead. It was at that moment that Claire realized she had superpowers.
Welcome back everyone, this is Dragon of Eternity and I am playing more Thomas Was Alone. Now I will introduce this character. This is Claire. She is a giant blue square and she can survive in this water that would normally kill everyone. Isn't that lovely? Also this music is awesome.
She'd need a cape. There was no getting around that. You couldn't be a superhero without a cape. Claire didn't want confusion. If you saw a cape, that made matters clear. You knew what you were dealing with. Claire was all about communication. You know, floating in water, which was her superpower.
I wish other people were more into communication. But that's a personal rant of mine. And yeah, Claire has a superhero complex, to say the least.
All right, fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you. Claire needed to come up with a superhero name as soon as possible. Claire was rubbish.
Claire's a good name. And jump. Oh, this level.
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Now I want to say this is... I've described this in the first video. This is one of the levels that if you fall into the water you have to restart from the beginning of the level, losing all your progress, which really sucks, if I do say so myself.
As the water began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
A bit of fourth wall breaking there.
Claire wondered if Thomas would make a good sidekick. Or was she more the lone Avenger type? She liked that. The sole hero in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
Where'd Thomas go?
The others told Claire that staircases were a bit of a fixture here. Claire wondered why the world made it so difficult.
Good thing John can jump so high. Oh crap. John, I need you back up here. Right. Sorry, Chris, you're going to be squished. And he can surprisingly hold everyone. Now I need Claire first. John, you're there. Chris, you're there. John, you go over there. And Claire, you go over here. I wonder where Thomas is. And my cat has gone into full meowing mode. What do you want? Okay, it's clear I'm gonna have to sort you out. Okay, I apologize for that. My cat woke up and he wanted dinner. So, let's go back to the episode. John, you go there.
Claire probably needed a nemesis. A villain who would show their true colours at the worst possible moment, hurting all she held dear. Chris was the most obvious choice. He seemed stroppy enough, and his jump was so pathetic that it conveniently avoided Claire's insecurities. Yes, Chris. Diabolical Chris. The fiendish Christopher.
Sorry, Thomas. Oh, no, I was able to get Chris along. I was able to get Chris with me before. Right, go. Okay, I just need to bring Chris along with me. Right. Yep. You'll be right. Yes. And I've saved a bit of the level. Thomas, you go there. Chris, you go there. Claire, you bring them along. John, you go there. Thomas, you go there. And Claire, you go there. And boom.
Wait. Where had Chris gone? Was he off somewhere? Plotting Claire's downfall? If Claire was honest, and she had to be because she was a superhero, this was a troubling turn of events.
Oops.
Still, there were reasonably sized bodies of water to cross.
I didn't mean for that to happen. I apologize, you two got owned. Sorry, John. Oh, I got Thomas across. Yeah, definitely. And I guess commentating on this game, you definitely start to have a feel for the characters. Even though they are just coloured squares, coloured rectangles. Just objects. You could say about human... I don't know where I'm going for this, but humans kind of budding personalities into objects. But I truly don't know where I'm going to go for this, so I'm just going to go to the next level.
Moving platforms over water, eh? Claire's newly heightened senses told her that there were multiple paths across with various possible configurations of the little posse. They were doing really well. Claire hoped she could get them all across. John was fully aware he could do this alone. Thomas hoped he'd never have to.
Oh, Thomas. Kind of going on to something I said in the first video, being alone sucks. And luckily, Thomas has found people.
Claire was alone, which was odd, because she wasn't meant to be alone. She needed to be where there were rectangles to save. Being the only superhero in a given space kind of defeats the object.
Unless you need to save yourself.
It was new. Claire avoided them. She decided they were most likely her kryptonite. Not the rubbish red kryptonite either, the proper radioactive green stuff. Wow. Deja vu. The world was repeating. And this time Thomas was here. Claire felt something had gone wrong. There was a disturbance in the force. Something had altered the matrix. The world was reacting to their progress. It was amassing its forces. It was plotting against them. Claire finally had a nemesis.
2 notes on that. First, guess how many pop culture references? Second, the world is the enemy. Kind of a scary thought when you think about it like that. Nope, nope, nope. How does touching the side of the spike kill me? I mean, I know it looks sharp, but still. Look out below.